Hi, this is Scotty. I'm here to talk to you about how to pack your backpack. I've already packed my backpack. I'm just gonna unpack it really quickly so you can see what I have inside. All right. Organizing your backpack starts with a checklist. I will post a checklist in the comments here for you to see. Then next, you need to think about the trip that you're going on, what type of backpack you're gonna need. How many liters will you need? In this case, I chose a Ultra Circuit for an overnight trip. It's very lightweight and water resistant. So our first step is to put things in the bottom of our pack that we're not going to need right away, and then things that we need right away on the outside of our pack. So we need to remove as many stuff sacks as possible. If we have too many cylinders, it quickly assumes a lot of volume and will make it so it's difficult to scrunch down the items in our pack. So our first step is to take our tent. So I have a Z-Pack Solarite tent, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that in the very bottom of my tent. Very bottom of my backpack. Next, I have my air mattress. I'll put that in the bottom. And then, in this case, I also have a ground sheet that's actually for protecting windows. And it's quite good. You can use this many, many times over. If it's dirty, you will want to put it on outside, but right now it's clean. The only stuff sack that I keep is for my tent, and I do that in case it's going to get really wet. If the tent gets wet, you have something to put it in and protect your other items. So that also goes in the bottom. I also like to carry 2 stem splits. This is quite useful for broken arms, broken ankles, or any other kind of splint that you may need to do. And these are 36 by 4.3. Those also will go in the bottom. So I take it and I push it down really nicely, so it's all nice and compact in the bottom here. Okay. Next step is to get some type of liner for your backpack. This is especially important if your backpack is not water resistant. You can use a trash compactor bag, or you may even want to upgrade to this nice liner bag, this permanent liner bag. This one is made by 6 Moon Designs. So I take this and I put it inside my backpack and line it like this. Okay. So we're going to follow that pattern of not having things that we don't need right away further down, things that we'll need when we get to camp further down our backpack. So we'll take our sleeping bag, or in this case, a quilt. I'm going to stuff this down all the way into my liner. You can get a real workout just packing your backpack. Next, I decided to bring a very ultralight pillow. Helps me sleep. It is my one luxury item, or maybe one of a few luxury items. Put that in here. Okay. Then I'm just going to try to bring some other clothes into the liner here. So just a couple different layers I have. I have this layer here, smart wool. I use this at nighttime. I can throw this on if I get really cold during the daytime. Put that in there. Just another layer. And we're going to be up at 10,000 feet for this trip, so it might be a little cold. So I brought this very lightweight puffy jacket as well. It's actually a running jacket, but I liked it for backpacking too. I have some Longador. These are great for nighttime. A couple of times I actually hiked in them too. So those go in here. Anything that's in a bundle like this, you want to unbundle it. The idea, like I said, of getting is not to have a lot of cylinders, but to have things as flat as possible. All right, you want to come here and take a look? Okay. So that's kind of the volume I have here inside my liner bag. And then I'm going to close this off really nicely, okay? So roll down. I want to get all the air out. I might have to do this more at once. And again, let's check and see how I'm doing here. Okay, so I have plenty of room available right now. I can put quite a few things in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my rain jacket in here. So I take my rain jacket and I stuff it to the side. And a little trick a mountaineer taught me is to keep one sleeve on the outside. So if it's raining, you can pull this out real quick and you can get to it. So you might notice that I don't have any tent poles. Well, this is a trekking pole tent, but if you do have poles for your tent, what you want to do is you want to make a pocket here with your fist all the way down and then slide those tent poles down in that pocket, okay? So you can take your tent stakes. For my trekking pole tent, I have these really lightweight tent stakes. And you can put those, push those down to the bottom. So the one exception I said, I don't like stuff sacks, but I will carry this one in a stuff sack. This is the Western Mountaineering Hot Sack. This is a vapor barrier and also emergency bivy. I'm just gonna throw it in there up top. And I don't like it to be loose because it can tear if something were to catch on it. Next, I'm gonna start putting in some food. I try my hardest not to store my food in any kind of plastic. Plastic has all kinds of detrimental health effects. So I got these cloth snack bags. In here I have some couscous. I have a little container of olive oil, so I'm going to put that in here. This is some various snacks and bars. Yeah. So I also just keep that in my nice cloth sack. Going with this theme of no plastic, I got these bento boxes of different sizes. These are really nice. They're not too heavy and they also don't squish your food. So I have a couple different things in here. I have some cocoa powder, some creatine powder, and also some protein powder just within in these little containers here. Yeah, so it's nice and secure. Just gonna throw that up top. So I haven't put anything in here fully yet, but I will. I'm gonna put like a carrot or two, an avocado, maybe even some apple slices just in here. And I'm also including my titanium spoon, again, as plastic free as possible. All right, let's take a look and see how we're going. Let's take a look inside. Let's see how we're doing. Okay. All right. So next, I'm going to put my beer bag. Put that up top here. And then I got my fuel canister and pot. Put that up here. And I have some different toiletries, sunscreen, bug spray, toothbrush. I'll also put that in there. So lastly, in the main compartment, I want to have my first aid kit available. First aid kit. So I have all my first aid kit just in this nice bag I just purchased. It's, they say it's water resistant, but not waterproof. All right, so let's check my volume up here. You can see how much volume I still have left. Okay, I'm not an ultralight backpacker. I'm a healthy backpacker. I pack in a way that brings me joy, comfort, and is good for my health. But I'm also not too heavy either, so it's a nice compromise. So I'm just gonna roll up everything. We want to make sure our straps are nice and tight. Okay. All right, so before I put anything into the outer pockets, this is kind of what it looks like. All right. You may notice I have a walkie-talkie. We use this in our backpacking group to enhance our safety and our communication. Okay. Again, going with the theme of reducing plastic, I have a stainless steel water bottle here. This is actually all full. This trip, there's plenty of water sources, so I'm only packing one water bottle. Let's put that in here. Okay. I have my stove here. You want a stove and lighter. Extremely lightweight. Put that into the outer pocket. Okay, so now we're doing sunglasses, water filter, trowel, and I always carry a paper map of the route. I have a map on my phone, and I have a paper map. I may, in some cases, also bring a compass, but this trip is really well marked. But I always carry this paper map. So, cinch this up with the shock cord. I need one trekking pole for my trekking pole tent. And I carry a full mattress. The reason I carry this, I've had some chances or opportunities or things that have happened to me in the backcountry where my air mattress develops a leak, and it is really uncomfortable and sometimes even dangerous to sleep on the ground. I do not take the full mattress. I cut it to my torso length. The only exception would be for winter backpacking. You need a full length mattress. So I strap that on there. Now I've replaced one of these compression cords with paracord. Paracord is so useful. You can use it to anchor tents, tie things together. So I just replaced that here. So on my side pockets here, just have some snacks, some more bars. I love these Lara bars. They're very healthy. And I always bring my pocket knife. And I always bring a Leatherman. Leatherman is very, very useful. I've not found something better than Leatherman, so I put that here. So, you want to go around, just make sure everything is nice and tight. You can see this was still loose. So make sure this is nice and tight. Make sure your compression straps are nice and tied up wherever they may be on your backpack. And that, folks, is how to pack your backpack.